Bonsoir tout le monde. J'espère que vous allez bien. So I imagine that a lot of you guys are watching the live with Mrs. B Finesse tonight. So I'll make this live relatively short. So feel free to watch today's lesson, French lesson, on replay. It's absolutely fine. I know that Mrs. B has very interesting content, and the conversation when I last left, because I was watching her myself as well, was very interesting. She was talking with Professor Black Ops about self-driving cars. There was, of course, this incident in the U.S., unfortunately, where children were canceled, unfortunately, in a school shooting. So she had started off with talking about that, and implementing security measures at home with Professor Black Ops, at home, at office, etc. And that also led to them, like I said, talking about self-driving cars and all that. So it's definitely very interesting, and I understand if you guys aren't here. So, like I said, I'll make this video relatively quick, but definitely I hope to catch you guys in the replay, and definitely leave a comment as to if maybe you guys want me to change the date and time of this video so that it doesn't conflict with other lives that you guys see tend to be scheduled at this time, date and time. But I know for Mrs. B Finesse, it's pretty rare. I think she's just started doing lives on the weekend. And this one just happened to coincide with this live for me. So I know it's pretty rare, but if you guys rather, hey, you know what, after you read Game of Thrones, maybe do a French lesson, or maybe use Game of Thrones as a French lesson, let me know, guys. I'm definitely open to suggestions. I may not follow everything that you guys said. I just had a couple comments from a particular person saying that they were expecting me to do gaming. It's like, yeah, no, I that's not the kind of channel I am. So forgive me, guys, if my content doesn't always meet your expectations. I'm not a gaming channel. I'm certainly not a relationship advice channel and all that. So by all means, give me suggestions, but realize that I'm not here to offer anything and everything either. So, of course, we're going to repeat our basic words that at this point, guys, you should already be using these words. And I hope to see them in the comments when you comment on this series. So, let's talk. How do I say? I do have a playlist. I think right now, since this is our third week, there's only two other videos, and this one will be included in it once I end the stream tonight. So do feel free, guys, to review those videos and practice the French that I teach you in the videos. And as usual, of course, I'll be showing you guys some clips. I try to use clips that are not only copyright free, but are funny and interesting and really hopefully make this lesson a lot more interesting for you guys, and that you guys are going to be a lot more engaged in these French lessons with me today. All right. So we're gonna get into it with no further delays, because like I said, I do even myself want to go back um, to Mrs. B Finesse's live. She's having a very interesting conversation at the moment. So we'll start off with our typical bonjour, comment ça va? Bonjour, comment ça va? At this point, guys, you should already know that this is, of course, French or freedom fries for hello, how are you? Okay. Bonjour, comment ça va? Bonjour, comment ça va? Of course, you're going to respond by telling the person how you're doing and asking them how they're doing. Okay, because obviously conversations tend not to be one sided, or else it's a monologue, right? And I don't know too many people who want to have a monologue other than me, who's doing a monologue right now in this live. And it's not really fun, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do to produce content. So obviously the response is going to be je vais bien et toi? Je vais bien et toi? I'm doing well and you? So obviously that's the response. And like I said, you're telling them that you're doing well and you're asking them how they're doing. Bonjour, how are you? How do you say your voice is great? I have no idea, Wealth and Judith. I don't think there are no words in French for that at all. No, no, no. I'll actually put that like that. How do you say your voice is great in French? Um, let's see. There's different ways of saying, as you know, wealth engineered. I know that you're a fellow Montrealer and fellow French speaker as well. And I mean, obviously, it depends on how full of myself I am, or if I have humility, or if I'm being very honest. Um, but I guess one way to say it, ta voix est superbe. Yes, that would be one way of saying it. Ou ta voix est agréable. Ta voix est agréable. Okay, so yeah, ta voix est superbe. J'aime ta voix. Elle est superbe. So there's many different ways of saying it depending on, again, how much of BS I have and all that. So, but thank you, Wealth Engineering, for being here. I know that technically you already speak French, but it's okay. You'll be my quote unquote teacher's assistant, my TA. Ah, agréable. Yeah, agréable is definitely another way of doing it. Right, exactly. So we'll get back. So obviously, like I said, when somebody comes to you and says bonjour, comment ça va? You're going to respond je vais bien et toi? Je vais bien et toi? Now, of course, the other person is going to respond. So basically, the greetings are usually three sentences back to back, essentially. And then, of course, you might add a fourth one, but that depends on the context and who you're meeting and, all that. So, of course, the third sentence, and of course, the initial speaker, the one that said bonjour at the beginning, is going to respond because you asked them how they're doing. So they're going to respond with je vais bien aussi. Merci. I'm also doing well. Thank you. Je vais bien aussi. Merci. So aussi, merci does sound alike. So it happens in French just like it does in English and in a lot of other languages. That pronunciation is very important so that you're not confusing two different words for each other, right? And we know in English, for example, there's lots of words that are spelt exactly the same, but context will tell you how to pronounce it so that you are aware that in one case the word means one thing and in another case it means something else, right? Something like tough and though, right? They're both spelt the same, but the pronunciation will be different. So, this fourth sentence, which is said by the second speaker, you might say it, you might not. Again, it depends on context. You would say de rien, it's nothing, or you're welcome. Okay. So there's different ways of, exiting, quote unquote, the conversation and entering what the whole point is. And again, it all depends on context. You might not necessarily say you're welcome if this conversation is with a client that you just met and that's coming into the store to buy something, right? But you might say this to a friend or a family member or somebody that you've known for a little bit of time. So I was hoping that to have more people, but I'll still show this video because I basically, when I have you guys come up on the panel, the rare times that you guys are here, I want you guys to practice the French, right? But to feel comfortable, because I know that for a lot of people, coming onto a live, coming on to a panel, and you're speaking a language that you don't know can be very scary. And I know for a lot of people, oh my God, I'm embarrassed. What if I say something wrong? What if I'm, mispronounce something? I don't want people to laugh at me. Um, but a lot of the times when you're learning a new skill, some embarrassment is necessary. Um, and it's better to be an adult, quote unquote, being embarrassed about mispronouncing a word while you're learning a new language than the adult laughing at the other person, and they're not learning another language, they're still at the same level, right? And don't forget, guys, I'm not expecting anybody to be, a fluent speaker in French or another language or whatever, right away on the first bat. I've been doing what, 3 or 4 episodes. I don't expect you guys to be fluent at this point. I'd be very shocked or surprised that you would master the language at this point so quickly. Especially, like I said, I'm not getting into in depth language teaching here tonight with you guys or my previous videos. So the video I'm going to show you guys is of French speakers that are trying to pronounce what would be difficult to say words, and that's you know it's important for people to realize that when you learn a language, you basically you're making noise through your mouth, and how you move your mouth will determine how that sounds like, right? That's what, a voice is. That's what a language is, right? It's noise being made through your vocal cords, through your throat, and of course through how your lips and tongue are moving, right? So um, those movements for French is going to be very different than it is for English. So when you're a French speaker, there's going to be words in English that are difficult to say. Not that those words are difficult, they're difficult in of themselves or difficult to understand, but simply difficult to pronounce it, because how you have to move your mouth to say French is different than how it is for English, and vice versa as well. Okay, so these individuals were willing to take a risk to be filmed saying words that they might not have an easy time saying, and it's on YouTube. And a lot of people could, quote unquote, make fun of them, or laugh and, oh, these stupid people. Hey, blind guy, their wife, his wife, their life, how you doing? And as you can see, I'm, as usual, horrible with names, even though I see you guys often here. Of course, as usual, I'm always bad with names, but I'm glad to see you guys here and spending some time with me. So I'll try to make this relatively quick, okay? Because I know that Mrs. B Finesse has a live at the moment, and that's why I know that there's not a lot of people here with me right now, which is absolutely fine. I just hope that you guys catch me in the replay later on tonight or during the week. So we went through, of course, blind guy, his wife, their life, the typical greetings that we would say to each other when we first enter a room, right? Which, of course, since you guys are absolutely awesome and intelligent, you already know. Um, but it would be, of course, bonjour, comment ça va? So obviously, since you guys are coming in the room, that's what I would say to you guys, right? Bonjour, comment ça va? You too, Laquita or Corey, you would reply, je vais bien. Et toi? Je vais bien. Et toi? And I would answer, of course, je vais bien. Merci. So I'll put that back on the screen really quickly before we go into that little video I was talking about that I was going to show. So, of course, this is what I was saying to Laquita and Corey. Bonjour, comment ça va? They would answer, je vais bien. Et toi? Je vais bien. Et toi? And I would answer, of course, je vais bien aussi. I'm also doing well. Merci. Thank you. And Corey and or Laquita could reply, de rien. You're welcome. It's not a problem. My pleasure. That kind of thing, right? So the video I'm going to show you guys is, like I said, of a few people, Parisians, so people from Paris, France. I know a lot of people. Paris where? There are quite a few cities named Paris. but we're talking really about the iconic Paris, as in Paris, France. Just to show you guys that it's okay to mispronounce things in public when you're speaking another language that's not your native language. And I say this so that you guys aren't discouraged when trying to practice French with me. Whether you're practicing it at home, whether you're coming up on the panel, whatever the case might be, don't be afraid of it, because that's how you learn a new skill. Is yeah, sometimes you have to go through a quote unquote a little bit of minor embarrassment, but it's better to be embarrassed learning a new skill than not learning a new skill and being in your comfort zone. And hopefully in a year, 2 years, 10 years from now, you guys will be fluent in French. But even if you're not, and you've just learned 20 words, 100 words with me, and you can just, excuse me, say, basic sentences, I'm absolutely fine with that as well. It's never too late to learn some words in a language, or if you're really dedicated, to learn flat out a new language. So I won't play the whole video because obviously we all know how copyright is on YouTube. So we'll go to that now. So just give me a second, guys. So again, this video is showing Parisians speaking a few difficult to say words. So not difficult to understand, just how to say them, because French and obviously English are pronounced differently.
C'est un mot, ça?
Mais t'es sérieux, toi? Bon, arrête tes conneries.
Thorough.
Mais non, mais ça se prononce pas, ça.
Oh putain. Zoro?
Zoro?
So Zorro, right? She's Zorro.
C'est un mot, ça?
Mais t'es sérieux, toi? Bon, arrête tes conneries.
Thorough.
Mais non, mais ça se prononce pas, ça.
Oh putain. Zoro?
Zoro?
Thorough.
Thorough.
Thorough. Attends.
Hedgehog.
C'est une ville, ça, je pense, ouais. Ouais.
Hedgehog. Hedgehog.
Hengeho.
Ah, c'est facile, ça. C'est hérisson. Hedgehog.
Hedgehog. On dirait que je parle en allemand. Hedgehog. Squirrel.
Ah oui, c'est chiant, ça.
Squirrel. Squirrel.
Squirrel friend. Squirrel.
Je croyais le maîtriser, mais pas du tout. Squirrel. C'est un écureuil. Massachusetts.
Okay, so that's just to show you guys. Yeah, Zorro. So as you can see, guys, it's okay to mispronounce it. One of the girls said, "Oh my god, I feel like I'm speaking German." Oh my god, So obviously, as you see, guys, it's okay to, when trying to pronounce certain words in another language that you're not familiar, you're not going to pronounce it properly, not because of lack of understanding or lack of effort, but obviously, like I was saying before, sometimes, obviously, when we speak a language, we're making noises, right, with our mouth, right? So we have to move our lips, our tongue a certain way. Obviously, if you're feeling under the weather like I am, your throat is going to aggravate you, and you're consequently not going to be comfortable saying certain words that tend to be more quote unquote guttural, or more in your throat, or at the bottom of your throat, etc. Right? So don't be afraid to have those moments of coming up on the panel trying to speak French, and it's okay. You end up seeing you're saying Zorro instead of squirrel. It's going to happen, but as long as you're trying, that's what matters. And I really want you guys to learn at least some French, right? I'm doing this for you guys because I know French already. I can have this entire video, my entire channel in French if I really wanted to. But then, of course, I wouldn't have you guys coming up and watching my videos or participating in my panels and so forth. So I want to make sure that as much as I have content that's hopefully entertainment, like my book reviews, like my movie reviews, like me reading Game of Thrones with you guys, I also want to do my part in educating you in some way. And since I can speak French, and I know most Americans don't speak French, I might as well use that. So I want you guys to learn French, right? But if you guys don't practice, if you don't try, well, it's not really going to happen, right? So I need your help with that, right? I can sit here and say all the French I want to, but if you guys aren't practicing, you're not going to learn. And who wants that, right? Um, Anyways, we'll move on to the today's video. It's a little bit longer and hopefully more interesting. Again, it's going to be, I will put the links to this video that I just showed and the video that I'm going to play to you guys in the description. So that way later on you can watch them on your own and in full. Okay. So this video will be from KLR Productions. Hey, Lashes Journey, how you doing? Of course, guys, what do we say? Of course, I think we all know what to say in the chat, and hopefully, too, guys. That's what I would like to see. Don't worry about it, Lashes. I would like to see you guys commenting in French. I would like it. I realize. It may not always be possible. I know that I might be asking a little too much from you guys, maybe, but I think you guys, I know my audience, we're all big brain people, very intelligent, very capable people. So I hope to see a little bit of French, and I'm hoping I'm not asking too much. So, of course, we're going to greet Lashes Journey formally in French. So what I would like to see is these 3 sentences that I said earlier being typed out in French, ideally. But again, I get it. If you're not comfortable, if you're not sure how to spell it properly, I understand. Don't worry. But I would like it. Okay, that is, I want to make it clear. I'm not forcing you guys. I'm not going to kick you out if you don't do it. But I would like it if I saw a little bit of French from you guys. So I don't know if Wealth Engineering is still there. I think I saw Natasha Vincent in the Mrs. B Finesse Live that's going on. So if you two want to sort of encourage people to speak in French and correcting them and all that, that would be much appreciated. So of course, we're going to greet Lashes Journey before we show our video formally in French. So of course, I'm going to ask Lashes Journey. Bonjour, comment ça va? Bonjour, comment ça va? So, of course, that she's not going to tell me that. I don't expect Lashes to type this out to me since I'm greeting her. I'm telling her, hello, how are you? I'm the one speaking to her. What Lashes Journey would type out to me in response for asking, she's going to obviously respond to the question. So she would respond with, Je vais bien, et toi? Je vais bien, et toi? I'm doing well, and you? Right? That's hopefully what I go back to the comments. Hopefully this is what I see Lashes Journey type out. Hopefully. Okay. Again, I would like to see you guys participate. And again, this is how you guys learn French, right? By hearing me saying it, by speaking it, and by typing it out as well. When you learn anything, whether it's a language, whether it's how to ride a bike, I think in Mrs. B Finesse, they were talking about self-driving cars versus traditional cars where you drive. And they were saying that, Gen Xers and millennials and all that no longer want to drive. Driving is a full sense skill, right? You have to see, you have to hear, you have to touch the wheel, you're using your feet, right? Language is not that different. You have to hear it, you have to see it, you have to speak it, right? So the more you guys get all of your senses involved in learning French, the easier it will become. Trust me, I know French is not an easy language. It's not always fun to learn a new language as an adult because you're basically like I said, taking a moment sometimes to maybe embarrass yourself and mispronouncing things and not finding the right word and all that, and feeling stupid that you're trying to have a conversation with somebody and you can barely say hi to them. Um, but in order to learn another language, you have to get as much of your senses involved, right? Don't be afraid to say it. Don't be afraid to listen to French videos, listen to French music. In fact, that's probably what I'll try to do for the next French lesson, is having copyright-free French music so that you guys hear it as well. Because again, with the music, with the rhythm, that might also be something that will make it easier for you guys. So, like I said, hopefully I saw Lashes type this out. So her answer to me is "Je vais bien et toi." So she's obviously answered, "I'm doing well," and asking me, how you doing? How you doing?" Like Joey from Friends, right? How you doing? And of course, I would respond, "Je vais bien aussi, merci." I'm also doing well, thank you. All right. So Lashes could add, since I said thank you, yeah, hey, it's nothing. You're welcome, right? So I'm going to go back to your comments and see if Lashes did indeed. That was okay. Okay, at least you tried. At least you tried. Okay, not quite, not quite. But okay, at least you tried, Lashes. I'll give it to you. Okay, no problems. Like I said, I'm not expecting miracles. I'm not expecting you guys to be perfect. And if you guys are having a little bit of fun with this, that's absolutely fine as well. A little bit of comedy, a little lightheartedness is always welcome in a difficult lesson to learn in life. It's not impossible, even for you, Lashes, to learn French. Like I said, I don't expect miracles from everybody, as long as you're learning. If all I get to hear from you guys is bonjour, if that's it, I'm happy. Okay. So the more you guys learn, the better it is. But hey, little steps, right? We succeed with little steps first, right? We all have to start with somewhere. All of us had to learn somebody had to take the time to teach us how to use a fork and knife, right? We weren't born knowing these things, right? So we all had to start with the simple stuff, and then once those things were mastered, that's when we went to the higher stuff, right? But I know all of you guys are big brain people, and you are going to learn things thoroughly and probably be teaching me French in a few years. So we'll go on to our French lesson, and we're going to watch the video that I have prepared for you guys. And unfortunately, I wasn't able to do everything I wanted to do, but we'll get through this. I'm like I said, I know we're all big brain people, and I won't keep you guys for too long. Like I said, I know Mrs. B is still doing her live, and I know you guys want to maybe spend some time on her live and supporting her as well, especially since her topic is very interesting tonight. And I think she intentionally did it Saturday and Sunday night to help people like myself that normally are at work while she does her lives, because I think she normally does it on weekdays during 1 o'clock. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that video was really interesting. And that's the other thing, is I'll try to put that video, I'll link it in the description afterwards. So later on, if you guys want to, you'll be able to watch this video in replay and go to the two videos I'm going to show tonight. So the one that I showed earlier, and the one I'm about to show now. And this one I'm going to show now is from what's called KLR Production. The guy does voiceovers with animals. They usually are pretty funny, at least to me. And that's part of why I picked it. And they tend to be relatively short as well. So I don't have to spend 3 hours just translating a minor video. Bonjour, big time drum. Listen, that French, I don't know. J'espère que tu vas bien. I hope you're doing well. Comment ça va? How are you doing? All right. So Lashes, tell him what he has to type. So I hope, big time drum, that you're doing well tonight. So we'll go to the video that we will watch, and then go back and learn in French. I hope you guys like this video. I like it. Like I said, it's from KLR Production, and it's a guy that does voiceovers on animals. I find the video very funny, or usually I find them very funny, and they're pretty short sentences that are easy for me to translate to you guys, and hopefully you will learn some French and have a funny time together. So we're going to watch it one time full through without any translation, just so that you guys have a sense of what to expect. I'll just obviously unmute it.
Just another day on the job. You know what? Today is the day. Today is the day I'm finally getting it in that cone. Been here for God knows how long. Just gotta focus. God, what am I doing with my life? Trying to pour hose water in a cone? Alright, give me that hose. Fuck! Come on, you son of a bitch. This is who you are.
Ooh, the language.
What's the point of waking up in the morning if you can't get it in this cone? Swear to God, I'm gonna...
5 o'clock, sir. You're free to go.
Thank God.
Okay, I'll end it here since the rest of the video has music, and we all know how music is, and it didn't seem to be anything else that was being said that I could translate, since it seemed to be in, I believe, Japanese. So I have my talents, yes, but speaking Japanese is not one of them. So I hope you guys at least enjoyed that clip. I'll go back to... Oh, I'm glad to see that you're getting some videos uploaded. Yeah, that was for me yesterday. Like, there were so many in the YouTube streets that were going live, and for me it started with Before the Billions. Then I had Mrs. B Finesse, Lasha's Journey as well. Of course, Gail was my last one, but no, my before last one, because I also had Frank Gooden, who has had his live as well. I believe he had another filmmaker who wanted to promote one of his movies, and there was like 2 or 3 other people as well. But yeah, it's a busy weekend, but I guess with the holidays a lot of people have time off, and what are you going to do? Well, you're going to create content, right? So I'm not surprised that there's a lot of people in these YouTube streets. So we're going to replay the video, and we're going to make it a little bit slow. We're going to take it bite by bite to really translate things properly here. Okay. So luckily he does put subtitles, so obviously I'll be able to do it properly, quote unquote, and translate it to French.
Just another day on the job.
So obviously here, I'm not going to translate sigh, because sigh, obviously, it's still a sigh in French, no matter what. So obviously here, the otter is saying just another day on the job. Okay, just another day on the job. So obviously, like a lot of us, we have to work. And I know for me, tomorrow is Monday, and have to go in at 1 o'clock. And oh boy, it's not going to be fun. But hey, gotta make money, gotta make money. These YouTube streets ain't paying my bills, unfortunately. Guys, I need to get monetized. So get this subscribers. But hey, it's life of these YouTube struggles, right? So just another day on the job in French would be juste une autre journée au boulot. So I'm obviously going to type that out, since obviously hearing me saying it is one thing, but seeing it is another thing, right? So I'll type that out. So give me a second here, guys. So if we wanted to translate what he said from English to French, it would be this. Juste une autre journée au boulot. Just another day on the job. Juste une autre journée au boulot. Just give me a moment, guys. I have to stop for a second. But I will. Sorry, guys. I hate doing this, but there's a little minor emergency. I hopefully will be back in a second, guys. So if you guys need to go to Mrs. B Finesse's live, feel free to do so. I'll be back in 2 minutes, but let me find my music. So once you hear the music stop, you know it's because I'm back. Sorry, guys, I don't like doing this. I normally have my stuff all together, but there's something going on that needs to be dealt with right away. So where's my music videos? Okay, there it is. So I'll be back, guys. So like I said, once you hear the music stop, that's when you know I'm back. Sorry, guys. I normally don't do this, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do every once in a while. Hello, everybody. I'm back. I'm so sorry for that. As you know, I normally don't do that. Don't pause in the middle of a live, and I don't mind cuss words. I just don't. I usually just don't say them, but I don't mind the cuss words. You know what? Since you guys uh, were patient with me, I will translate the cuss words too. Um, because obviously Google is more efficient in detecting the English cuss words and not the French ones. So my embarrassing moment, since like I said at the beginning of this video, I preached to you guys about don't mind the embarrassing moments. We all go through the. Well, my lunch decided to give me a second performance, or what, like we would say in French, an encore performance, encore, ENCORE, a second performance, and not in the good way. So again, I sorry about that, guys, and it's usually not something that I really would like to talk about, but it happens sometimes. Our lunches tend not to agree with us every once in a while, and that's basically what happened to me, and I had to go deal with that. So anyways, we'll move on since it's not a pretty topic to talk about, especially since this live is supposed to be about me teaching you guys French. So no, I'm not going to say what I said in French. So we'll continue with our French lesson. All right, so that's my embarrassing moment. I don't know, my stories aren't as let's say as rich as those of before the billions, who tends to add a lot more to his stories. So back to our French lesson. So let me find the video. Okay, I know what happened. Okay, give me a second, guys, to get back into this. So I believe that I had, unfortunately. Yeah, there we are. Okay. So just give me a second, guys. Where we're okay. There we are. Okay. So we're going to share the screen. And all right. So we're back in it, guys, to win it. In it to win it. So.
Just another day on the job. You know what? Today.
So we'll skip that second side, because to me it's not a question of we have to translate everything and get it properly done or else. So the Otter is saying today is the day. Today is the day. So how would you translate this into French? Aujourd'hui, c'est la journée. Today is the day. Aujourd'hui, c'est la journée. Of course, you guys hearing it and you guys seen it. Like I said before, in order to learn any language, it has to be a full sensory experience, right? You have to get as much of your senses involved in it. So you're hearing, you're seeing, you're writing, touching, everything, right? You want to get as much invested in your learning as possible. Um, I'm sure I could, if I wanted to, find studies that show that when you're learning a new skill, especially if it's a difficult one, the more senses that are involved, the quicker and easier you learn that new skill. So please, guys, if you can, if you're willing, see that there's one person here because I know my own account is the second person. If somebody does want to come up on the panel to practice with me, I would appreciate it. But again, I know that it's difficult and that some of you may not feel comfortable taking that chance. But I hope you guys do. Yeah, I thank you, blind guy, his wife, their life for taking time. And I know I had, like I said yesterday, I had that difficult choice to make with several of my YouTube family, where a lot of you guys were live at the same time, including the gentleman that's featured in this video. Excuse me. He was having a live to celebrate the fact that he has 500,000 subscribers. I can only dream. Like I'm finding it difficult to get to 500 subscribers, let alone 500,000. So it's definitely a difficult task because he had a live stream. That was the other guy that. So of course it's you want to celebrate and share these moments with everybody, and you want to spend as much time with as many people as possible. But of course, if everybody has a live at the same time and they all want you to be on their panel, they all want you to participate, you can't. We're not all Gails. Bless her heart, she's great, she's fantastic, but I cannot do what Gail does. And God knows there's only one of her, unfortunately and thankfully at the same time, because if everybody worked as efficiently as she did, there would have no work. We'd have nothing to do. So yeah, no, Gail is definitely one person that's very unique, both in good ways and bad ways. So here's the invite for anybody who wants to come up on the panel and practice their French, or just drop by and say hi. So hello, Melissa Jane. Of course, what do we say, guys, when we have a newcomer to the live stream, to our French lesson? We, of course, greet her in French. So Melissa Jane, I think you know what to expect, because I know you're, like everybody else in this live, is big brain, intelligent woman, intelligent men, because we obviously have some men in the audience here as well. So of course we will greet you with bonjour, comment ça va? Hello, how are you? And of course, I know Lash's journey, because she's perfectly fluent in French. She'll type out what you need to reply. I kid. Of course, I'm glad to see you here, Melissa, and I hope that somebody sincerely comes up to try to speak French. Mike, okay? Behave yourself. If you're gonna click, okay, you're gonna have to behave yourself. Promise me that, okay? Be nice, all right? I don't mind your jokes, but behave, okay? I can only tolerate trash can waves. I don't need 2 trash can waves, okay? All right, so we'll type out this new sentence, because obviously today is the day is not juste une autre journée au boulot. Okay, so that was from the previous element. So we're going to change today is the day to what it would actually be in French. So all right, so I see you, big time drum. Give me a second. I will let you up. Oh, of course, I have to do that. I'll let you up in a second. It won't be long, I swear. So, of course, in French, we always write a novel for a sentence. So, banner. Okay. So this is what it would look like. juste une autre journée. No, sorry. Aujourd'hui, c'est la journée. Today is the day is translated to aujourd'hui, c'est la journée. All right, big time. I'm trusting you here, okay? I hopefully you'll behave. Hopefully. Bonjour.
Bonjour, mademoiselle.
Oh, fancy pantsy now,
Mais
huh?
oui, mais
Com-
oui, mais oui.
Comment ça
Ouh là
va?
là.
Ooh la la,
Ah,
all
mais
the
oui,
way.
ouh là là. Yes.
Stop.
Difference.
You're being ridiculous. Stop it now. How you doing, Mike? How you doing?
I'm all right.
My goodness, I can't with you. Now I know how Mrs. B Finesse feels about me. My goodness, I can't with you. Oh my goodness.
Oh,
But, no,
she and I are good together, of course.
no, but it's me. I feel about you the way she feels about me. Because
How she feels about
I,
you.
I make all these ridiculous jokes and she'll always comment, I can't with you. You know, I'm the ridiculous one on her show. So you're the ridiculous one on my show. So I guess, it's karma but yeah, no, it's a good thing. It's a good thing.
You gotta have somebody that that makes the show more interesting. You see
Of
what
course.
I mean?
You're pulling a Laquita where it's not really cheating, it's philanthropy, right? That's how she puts it, right? So it's not really me being bad, it's me being more entertained. Okay, I got you. All right.
Somebody's got a troll around here.
I guess so, right? No, but it's okay. I know it's all in good fun, so it's absolutely fine. It's absolutely fine. But yeah, no, it's great. Thank you for coming up and
You're welcome.
hopefully I know you in your case that you did speak about how you're used to hearing some French and trying to learn. But thank you for coming up and
You're
taking
welcome.
the 2 minutes to spend a little time of maybe learning a little bit more French or practicing the French that you already know. So thank you.
Sure.
Yeah. So do you want to try reading
All
the
right, I'll
sentence
try.
or saying it? Okay, go for it.
Say it one more time.
Okay, no problem. Aujourd'hui, c'est la
Aujourd'hui, c'est la
aujourd'hui.
journée.
Journée. Aujourd'hui. So today is aujourd'hui.
Aujourd'hui, c'est la journée.
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 Hey, listen, I can butcher French. You can't, okay? As a Montrealer, we're allowed to totally destroy the language. Okay.
Sorry.
No.
I'll get it.
Look, you're trying.
Aujourd'hui, c'est la journée. See? I said
Yeah,
it.
there you go. Definitely much better.
Now, where's my prize?
You get a conversation with me. There you go.
Wow.
I know. What a wonderful prize.
Not even a
huh?
brand new pair of Speedos for me to wear?
Listen,
oh my
I
God.
feel like you have hundreds of pairs of them already. I wouldn't even know what color
Wow.
to get you.
God, such imagination.
Look, it's not imagination if it's the truth. Look, I saw the video where you were showing your collection. I'm not making this up as I'm going along here, okay? No. Yeah, of course. Yeah. I know. Listen, apparently,
That's all right.
no, exactly. According to Blind Guy, his wife, you're the heckler, so I have to heckle you back a little bit too.
Yep, like I said, somebody's
Yeah.
got to make the show more interesting.
That's it. Hopefully, Blind Guy, his wife, their life. Hopefully, Wink Wink, they come up. Hopefully, or Melissa
Yeah.
Jane. Hopefully, but basic question for you: how do you like this? Like that, I show a little clip and then translate it into French. Is that the kind of thing that like would work for you, or like, oh, then never mind. I just want to hear you speak French and just teach me,
Well,
or you're not really sure.
well, again, the key here is not so much, what you're talking about. I think for the most part, it's all about what is your purpose. And then as long as you're showing what is your purpose, then that will translate into everybody saying, okay, do I want to be a part of this or not?
Yeah. I
But
get you.
so far, obviously you have people that are in the chat room still and they're sticking around, and even though they might not be um, on here, so that they can actually say it, so that
Mm,
you can see that they are also getting it.
mm.
But it doesn't mean that they're not learning at the same time,
Of course, of
because
course.
they're obviously still here.
Yeah, but I have a funny feeling they're here for the heckler in the speedo, and not necessarily because of me. But anyway,
Well, you know what? If that's what they're here for, then
I, yeah,
guess what? Take it, because every
yeah,
view,
is a good
every
view.
part counts,
Yeah,
right?
no, you're absolutely right. Absolutely. So, on that note, when are you gonna come up with your speedo on?
Well, I'm going to cam up the same time that you cam up, and you're
Oh,
ready to
okay.
say, okay, I am ready to watch you just get it on with your speedos, baby. And you have
Okay,
to
so
say it in French.
that was a very long-winded answer to say never. You could have just
No,
said that,
listen,
or
no, I'm not
no,
gonna
I
listen.
know.
Listen, when it comes to me and you and the speedos,
Yeah.
I got no problem. All I'm
Uh,
saying is just come up with me. That's it.
oh,
That's as
okay.
simple as it
Oh, okay.
gets.
All right. I got you. I got you.
But
Hmm.
there's one problem.
What's that?
Obviously, I can't come up with my speedos because your channel is directed to kids, and I don't think YouTube is gonna like that. You know what I
It's
mean?
not. It's not directed to kids. I didn't set it to that. How did
Yes, you
you?
did, babe.
How did you? Oh, okay, I have to fix that because it's definitely. I am not directing this
No,
channel to children, but
I'm being
yeah,
serious. I'm being
no,
serious
no, no.
because
That's why I'm a bit surprised that it's like, wait a minute, wait, like, because
yeah,
I'm
I'm
pretty
serious.
sure. Yeah, no, no. I'm glad that you said it because I'm pretty sure I had not said it to that. So, but no, I'll thank you for that. I will be looking into that and changing it because no, I do not want kids around necessarily. Not that I hate kids, but since we do use certain language sometimes, I want to
Exactly,
have.
and that's why in the comments I was like, wait a
Mhm,
minute. I noticed that your channel is set for kids because, for example, and this is how I know it's set for kids because
mhm.
you can't receive notifications. It's blocked.
Really?
Yeah, it's
Okay,
blocked.
so all right,
Yeah,
so I'll definitely look into that. But thank you for that because yeah, for me it's like, look, I want you guys to get notifications to know that I'm on.
yeah,
But also because hey, look, I do want every once in a while to have adult conversations or
right,
like today there's going to be a few words that are not necessarily kid friendly.
right.
So yeah, no, I definitely will look into that. Thank you.
Yeah. So actually, if you think about it,
Mm.
because we're talking about this is probably why quite a lot of people who are interested in you haven't gotten any notifications.
Notifications. Yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah,
Yeah. No, for
because
sure.
obviously there are people
Who
that
wants?
I see who are interested in in what you do, and
Mm.
and your quirkiness and your that and whatever.
I,
But
I'm quirky.
yeah.
Oh, okay, thank you.
But no, but it's
No, I
but
know.
no, there's nothing wrong with being quirky, and
Yeah.
I mean it's just part of who you are, and it's nice and it's beautiful, and even though
That whoa
when
whoa 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 whoa.
personally,
That now you're going too far. There's nothing nice
no,
and
it's the
beautiful about
truth.
me. Hey, 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 whoa whoa whoa!
It's
Don't
the
insult
truth.
me. Don't insult me like this on my own channel.
No, I'm not insulting you. I'm just saying, like, hey, it is what it is, and
No
and
no
and
no no
and,
no.
and, and at the same time, it's a beautiful thing. Even though, I mean, I'm always one that tells you that I believe if you cam up, that you'll make a much better connection with people. Um, Overall, that's just me, right? But at the same time, you do have a personality that stands out on its own, and and I think you should use that to your advantage.
And that's why I don't cam up. I want my personality to shine. Okay.
But it does, it
That okay. So
does.
I'm not coming up then. Okay, thank you.
No, 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 no. If you do, listen. You see, okay, you see, like how you when you cammed up, right,
Yeah.
on Melissa, like you notice how the numbers just went crazy.
Liar.
It went.
No,
Nah,
it didn't.
shoot.
No, it
You know, that's
didn't.
how everybody just was like, "Oh my God, she calmed down. That's what
No,
she looks like." Blah, 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 blah,
Melissa,
blah, 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 blah.
if
Like,
Melissa is still here, Melissa, if you're still here, prove him right or wrong. Tell me if your numbers jumped up or not. That's gonna how it is. Because until that
all
I
right.
see that from Melissa, I'm not. I don't believe you. I don't believe
Okay.
you.
So if she says yes, then what?
Then I believe you.
So you wouldn't reconsider what I'm saying.
No. At least I'm honest with you. But hey, no.
So no amount of fries and shake would convince you.
I told you my minimum requirement: 10K or nothing.
10K.
Okay, you know what? Since you're
Man, I need to
making,
make a call to the intentional millionaire just to say,
listen.
bro, I need a loan for 10K just to get her to cam up for the
You know what?
rest of the day.
Since you're involved in intentional million, make it
He's got the
20K.
money.
Make it 20K. 20K.
Listen, you
And
think
listen.
20K?
If you're involved in intentional millionaire, it's 20K.
But if I'm not involved in the intentional millionaire, you just gave me a 10% discount. Is that how that works?
Because I know you can afford it, and I know he can afford more. But we have the lady that will settle this debate once and for all. I'm going to. I have to give some honor to my first ever sponsor who put money where her mouth is. Melissa Jane, welcome to.
How much did she give
panel.
you? Did she give you enough?
She gave me $5 million.
Melissa.
Hey there, comment ça va?
Je vais très bien.
Bonsoir.
Okay, Melissa, please do me a favor and settle this once and for all, my darling.
Yes, indeed. That was a momentous occasion when She Stole My Thunder came up on the camera. Everybody was excited.
Yes.
There was an air of just exuberation in the air. It was magnificent. So I do hope that you will come up again on anyone's show on camera. I do believe that you will definitely get a lot more engagement when they see your face and a pretty face and a lot of skin. I'm not
the girls. I love seeing the girls.
I'm not pushing the skin, but I'm just saying,
I am.
However you want to come up is what we will accept. So yeah, I had to take it down temporarily because I'm sure you don't mind that She Stole My Thunder at all, but because we were playing that song, the Kevin Samuel song.
Oh yeah. That's what I figured.
Yeah, it gave me a copyright claim and
I'm not surprised.
Let me just take. Oh, and actually, I thought because he plays it, he can afford to whatever with it. But I'm not.
Let me ask you this, Melissa.
Mm-hmm.
Now, with the copyright claim, because remember, there's a difference between the copyright claim and a copyright strike, right?
Yep.
Which is what you don't want.
Right.
Now, with the copyright claim, did it say if it's sharing the monies with you, or it's saying nope, we're not sharing it? If you want to run this video, it's up to you, but you ain't getting a dime.
You know what? I didn't read the details of it, and I can actually go back and look into
go back
it,
and read the details. Yeah.
But it's not that important for me to have it. It was a moment. It was it was a moment that we had all together and everything.
Yeah.
And I don't mind that it's not because I can just switch it out with some other music and we can still be dancing.
That's right. So Melissa, please settle this argument. Did your numbers go up once she cammed up?
I believe they did.
Thank you very much. I love you, babe.
Come on, that's a bunch of bull poopy.
Yes, settle this thing says Shout out to Blind Guy, his wife, their life with the
Yes.
amazing, entertaining show. So much fun every
Yes.
single week. I look forward to that.
Yeah. They definitely have a good show going.
I would love to see them live stream their play one day.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
I would love to, or at least or at least video,
Part of it.
or at least video the show and then put it up so that people could see the show.
Yeah, for a lot of playwrights and people that are in theater, they don't always stream
I know.
their thing because they want people to come to their live shows. So
Of course,
Exactly.
if they can get if they they're not going to put it out there for free like that. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
don't hold your breath on that one, I would say. But
Yeah.
maybe a little clip would be nice.
Something,
Just
yeah.
a little
Yeah.
taster.
But what I
Or
yeah,
or
sorry
here's a
to
suggestion, right? Here's a suggestion. They can still film it, but just put it as unlisted, and then they just send it out to the people who they know that are the, like, for example, with myself, that is obviously not going to make the show because I live in a different country. So they can say, hey, here's the link to see the show. So that way it's not in the public per se. It's
Gotcha.
it's behind the scenes. That's a suggestion.
That's a good question for them, and if they're still listening, maybe they can weigh in on that
Yeah.
conversation.
Yeah.
But can I try the word the phrase for the day? She stole my thunder. Could you put it back up on the screen again?
Oh yeah, of course. And what I was gonna say as well is that I saw, especially when this whole what Melissa Berrien says is this whole panini thing code for CV19 and all that, right? I saw a lot of theaters or what have you. They would have a already taped copy of whatever play, and they would play it, but you could it was used as a fundraiser, so you could donate money to the Actors Guild or whatever nonprofit that would help XYZ organization. So maybe that might be an idea as well for Corey and Laquita. So yeah, so this is one of the sentences. We technically had another one before, but we'll have this one because it is still paused at the moment, where you see the little otter spraying water, saying today is the day. So of course the French would be aujourd'hui c'est la journée.
Aujourd'hui c'est la journée. Journée.
Exactly. There you go. Bravo, bravo. Aujourd'hui, c'est la journée. Yeah, you see?
I feel
now
so French.
That's it, exactly. So now when somebody comes up to you, Melissa, will today be the day that we see Mike in his Speedo and Caroline on camera? You will respond, aujourd'hui, c'est la journée.
Today is la journée. And what does it mean again?
Today is the day.
Oh, today is the day.
Yeah.
Aujourd'hui, c'est la journée.
Exactly. There you go.
Sorry about that phrase. I like that phrase.
Aujourd'hui, c'est la journée.
Exactly.
I can't even say it. Aujourd'hui, c'est la journée. We see you on the cam, okay? Oui.
So big time drum. You had mentioned on I think it was it the lead attorney just recently, or was it Gail at Night, that you were about to come out with a new song? Is that right?
Yes, I did.
When is that song?
It's going to be on the 17th, and so when the date gets closer, I'm going to reach out to everyone and give better details and all that good stuff. But yeah, so I'm excited for that, and it's going to be on all platforms. So yeah, but just to let a little cat out the bag for a second. So aside from that one, I actually wanted to do a Christmas song where it featured David Hunt, OG Patrice,
Mhm.
yourself,
Me?
and Vaughn.
Oh wow, that would be nice.
Yeah, but David hasn't gotten back to me, so I'm like, crap. You know?
He might be
Yeah.
busy. Yeah.
Huh?
Maybe he's busy. I don't know.
Yeah. So that's why I was like, oh man, if he had gotten back to me early, then we could have gotten things going.
Mhm.
But yeah, but obviously we can do it. We can plan it for next year,
Mhm.
definitely.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. So she stole my thunder.
Yes.
Regarding what you've taught so far, is it building upon each other? You know, are the phrases like building upon each other so that we could actually use it in a complete sentence, a conversation, and all of that good stuff?
Well, it's yes and no. It's I'm using like two or three different videos, but a lot of like what I said before, like bonjour, comment ça va? You'll see me using that in every video.
Mhm.
So the sentences could technically be used, but not necessarily in every day. I try to like the sentence that was just said today. You could technically use that in a sentence.
Mhm.
The bonjour, comment ça va? Yes, you could use that, but I never really put out that, okay, today we're going to start with how to say hello or how to use the numbers and how to use numbers in this sentence. So it wasn't necessarily with that objective in mind.
Oh, can I make a
But
suggestion?
yeah, of course, go ahead.
So my suggestion would be if we're building upon the last the last thing that we learned, then as each week goes by, we're getting a little bit more, we're learning a little bit more, and it all relates to each other, as opposed to just some random
Hmm.
uh, um, sentences. If it's all building upon each other, then when we come on, we can just continue the conversation. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah, no, I get you. I get you. Yeah, and that's part of the problem. That because that's why I just felt, okay. Let me at least start it.
Yeah.
I did think of doing that, but I was like, part of it too was, okay, I need to find content that I can actually build upon. You know what I mean? Because I
Mm-hmm.
didn't want to just it be me just sitting here talking. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Um, because I could do that, and but that then I would have like, okay, do I have videos or do I have videos every once in a while or what have you? But no, it's a good idea. It's definitely not a bad suggestion what you're talking about.
Mm.
Can I also
Yeah,
make a suggestion?
yeah, of course.
And I'm going to piggyback off of what Melissa is saying.
Hmm.
I also think it would be in your in the best interest, because you're basically teaching French,
Hmm.
is I think you need to retitle the show something like um let's talk French, or um how do you say this in French,
Mm.
so that the title makes it very searchable.
Okay,
Because
yeah.
one of the things I've learned about using YouTube is you don't want to just cater to the people you know. You want to
Mm.
cater to the people you don't
Mm.
know.
Good point.
A matter of fact, that's mainly who you want to cater to, is the people you don't know, so that you have people, you know, coming in that it's probably their first time experiencing
Mm.
you, and you teaching them French and da 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 da. And then that leads into another subscriber. You
Mm-hmm.
see
Mm.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Um, so, not that there's anything wrong with your title, but at the same time, if the focus about this series is about learning French, then the problem is you're not reaching the people on the outside who are typing, well, I want to learn French. Who can
Yeah.
teach me French?
Yeah, of course, of course.
So just consider those things.
No, of course it is. It's good that you guys are coming up and telling me this because You know, I do want to grow. I do want to be able to see my numbers get larger and larger. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's definitely would help for sure.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. So just something to consider. And then, of
Of course.
course, once the video's done, and I remember, um, mentioning this to Melissa, it's very important that you put as many tags as you can so that,
Mm,
anybody can find the video. Anybody, so that you put the title of the show,
mm-hmm,
and then you put French speaking, French teacher, learning French, and then you put the same kind of words in French.
mm,
Anything to do with what your video is talking about. Put a bunch of titles. You could put She Stole My Thunder as well. You can put She Taught Me French,
yeah.
whatever. You know what I
Okay.
mean?
Yeah. Yeah. I
Yeah.
hear you.
Mm-hmm. So she stole my thunder.
Yeah.
Can we do then? Because okay, we know how to say, comment ça va and
Hmm.
bien et tout,
Yeah.
and maybe something that like is in the middle there, and then end it with that last phrase which has just got out of my head,
Well,
so that we have
that's
a little bit of a conversation going. Can we do that?
okay. Okay.
You
So
might have
yeah.
to put them back on the screen again.
Yeah, of course. No, thankfully, I didn't erase any of the sentence. That was also part of my thing, and I've been completely disorganized and, to be honest, a little bit unmotivated as well. But yeah,
Don't
I've
worry.
Hopefully this will motivate you a little bit.
Yes,
exactly,
yes, yes.
exactly. So, but yeah, no, your guys are giving me
Don't
great.
worry. I'll mail my speedos for you to motivate you.
Oh, thank you. Oh, that would be just like you. Thank you.
Along with fries, okay?
I'm sure. I'm sure. Hey, look. Make sure the fries are fresh, though, at least. Thank you.
Okay.
All right. So far, what we've learned today and obviously other days is, of course, the first sentence is, of course, bonjour, comment ça va? Which is, of
Mhm,
course, hello, how are you?
Oh, bonsoir,
mhm.
comment ça va?
And
Bonjour,
of,
bonjour, comment ça va?
I would, of course, respond with je vais bien et toi? I'm doing well. And you?
Ah, j'avais bien, oh, wait a minute.
Je vais bien et toi?
J'avais bien et toi?
Yeah.
Je vais bien,
Je
je vais bien, et
it
toi?
exactly. Okay. And of course, you guys would respond to this. I'm asking you guys how you're doing. Je vais bien aussi, merci. Je vais bien
J'avais
aussi,
bien
merci.
aussi, merci.
Je vais bien aussi, merci.
And I can, if I wanted to, add de rien. It's nothing. De rien.
De rien.
De rien. You have to put that up there.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, it's up there.
de
Yeah.
rien.
Yeah, de rien.
Oh,
Exactly.
I'm looking
And
into
of
that.
course, yeah, that's it. I know it's a lot on the screen right now. You know what? I'll stop the share, so that would
No.
help a little bit. There we go. And yeah, so de rien. There we go. And of course, the two sentences that we learned today. How could I integrate that?
Mm.
Um,
What was it again?
well, the I know you missed it. This first sentence. So the first sentence that I was teaching today is juste une autre journée au boulot. So just
Oh,
another day at work. Yeah, it's a nice big hefty
Juste
sentence,
on
but
le sait, journée ou le boulot.
no, not at all.
say that one more time for us. She's almost done
Sorry.
it slowly.
Yes, I think I'll have to say it several times for Magic Mike over there. Oh my goodness, what am I gonna do with this guy?
The same thing you've been doing. Just love me or love me.
Jeez, those are my options. Thanks. Oh my goodness. Of course, I will gladly and happily repeat that slowly but surely. So, juste une autre,
Juste une autre,
une autre,
un autre,
une autre,
un autre
What are you trying to speak Latin?
What do I know?
Okay. Juste une
Une
autre
autre
journée
journée
au
au
boulot.
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 Sounds like I'm saying balloon.
Balloon, no, not really.
Juste une autre journée au boulot.
Boulot. Exactly. Juste une autre
Just
journée
un
au boulot.
Just un balloon.
I want to see Mike's mouth when he's doing this.
I know.
Juste une autre journée au boulot.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Juste une autre journée au boulot.
And what does this mean?
That's another day at work.
Oh, another day at
Okay.
work.
So
Another
I
day at
mean,
work.
yeah, and I mean, technically, you know what the 5 sentences that we said. Technically, you can imagine yourself 2 coworkers saying this to each other,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
So we both go into the office asking, "Hi, how are you? I'm good. I'm fine. You?" Yeah, I'm doing well. And one shrugs, "Yeah, it's just another day at work." You know, I mean, so you could, have this all together
Yeah.
and really have a conversation with a
Yeah.
person like that.
What was the last one again that we did?
Yes, and this is, I think, the point that where you came in. This might not necessarily fit into what we just talked about, but it was aujourd'hui c'est la journée. Aujourd'hui c'est la journée.
Aujourd'hui, c'est
la journée. And what does that mean again?
Today is the day where we see Mike in his speedo,
Today
and
is
maybe
the day.
yeah, today is the day. Exactly.
All right.
Aujourd'hui c'est la journée.
By the way, so is there a translation for both of our names, like Mike and Melissa, in French or no?
Well, Melissa would be just a question of changing the pronunciation of it. And I think, no, Michael. Yeah, no, for both of you, Michel. Yeah, no, it would be, in both of your cases, it would be because Michael, would become Michel. So it's a slight translation, and Melissa, it's more just a question of changing the pronunciation because Melissa is French as well. So Melissa,
go ahead.
Yeah, Melissa Jane would be Melissa Jane or Jeanne.
Or Melissa.
Melissa, yeah. Melissa
That
Jeanne.
sounds sexy.
I know, huh?
Melissa.
Melissa. Michael is technically Michel. And you have to be very careful. Michel, yeah. You have to be careful because Michelle is the girl version. So there's a female Michelle. Yeah, it's a little bit longer. Because that would be Michael would become Michel, which would be the boy version. Right. And you would add an LE at the end to say that it's a girl. So it would be double LE.
Okay, if you're saying girl, is that the equivalent of saying Michelle, correct?
Michelle, yeah, with the, or Michaela, I guess, if you were,
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So here's 2 things that I would love to ask.
Yeah.
Number 1 would be, could you put those phrases in text in the description? Number 1.
Yeah.
And then number 2 would be, if you could actually say the whole phrase, the whole piece in pieces, in as right after we finish, with just no breaks, with no interruptions, even us interrupting you, so that we can just have it as a 1-minute clip or whatever, and we can just repeat it until we get it right.
My goodness, you ask a lot. No,
I know, right?
The work I have to do. Oh my goodness.
We'll sit and be silent while you say all those phrases. No interruptions, Magic Mike.
Yes, Magic Mike, behave, okay?
Okay.
All right. Okay, so give me a second here. All right. In fact, you know what? Give me a full minute. I'm going to get my tea because I'm a little bit parched. In the meantime, I will go back very quickly. I'll put some music on
No
while
problem.
I'm making my tea because you know us Canadians, we inherited the British tradition of making tea.
That's right.
You
That's
know,
right.
Well,
the proper and
Mike and I will talk amongst ourselves while you get your
Yes,
tea.
Okay,
let's
so
do that.
yeah, I won't put on the music in that case, so that way you guys can talk and yammer away.
All right.
So, Mike, so what was your day like today?
Well, my day was pretty much somewhat of a lazy Sunday. So with the exception of today, I edited the video that I shot last night when I played out. So yeah, so I as a matter of fact, I just finished editing probably about 20 minutes ago.
Mm-hmm.
So now that I got everything where it needs to be, and I have it loaded, so
Mm-hmm.
now as we speak, I'm uploading it to YouTube,
Mm-hmm.
and then once it's all uploaded, then I'll fill in all the
Mm-hmm.
descriptions and the
Right.
tags and
Mm-hmm.
blah 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 blah, and then I publish, and then it's up to the public to respond how they see fit.
Right. And somebody, I think somebody might have asked you that if you do any live streams, you don't do any live streams, is that correct?
Not really. And oh, that was when I was talking with Gail.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and personally, my reason for that, um, because for me, I feel like I like to stay in my lane.
Mm.
In other words, you know, if I'm gonna do a live, I'd rather focus it on something that I know I can add value and expertise on,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
rather than me go into a topic that it's about what's happening now, even though I have no issue with it, but I don't want my channel in particular
Mm-hmm.
to to be taken where I'm 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 going about it in one way, and then I'm
Mm-hmm.
going about it in this way, and then the channel becomes confusing.
Mm. Right.
You know,
Understood.
I've
Yeah.
that's one thing I've learned about when you do these channels is to be consistent with
Right.
whatever your branding is.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously my branding is music, so I stay consistent.
Yeah.
Um so if I was to do a live stream, it obviously would be centered around music,
Music.
definitely.
Yeah.
But at the same time, matter of fact, you're the perfect person I should ask this to.
Mm-hmm.
So I was thinking about doing um the night before Christmas live stream where anybody can come up and just, you know, and just talk with me, kind of thing. What do you think about that?
Mm. Yeah, of course. I think that would be great. We could talk about music. Maybe we could talk about music since you want it to remain centered around music. But
Right.
at the same time, you know how once people start talking, it doesn't always stay on that topic. But
Exactly. Exactly.
that can be the central theme. What is what is your favorite music around Christmas or whatever? You
Yeah.
can
Matter of fact, that's a
think of
great idea.
a topic, and then we can
That's a
always
great
talk
idea.
about it. Talk about stories that you remember even growing up. Because I remember particularly when we were growing up around Christmas time, we would
Yes.
always listen to Michael Jackson. I saw Mommy
Ah,
kissing Santa Claus. That type of the Motown, the Christmas Motown
yes.
album. I don't know if you remember that, but yeah,
Yes.
you could always center it around music and music.
That's a
Everybody
great
knows about
idea.
music.
As a matter of fact, since we're talking about it, yeah, I'm yeah, yeah. I'm gonna implement something, and I'm gonna try to set up something where the camera and everything, it really looks nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to do a show last night, related to just entertainment, not just
Yes.
comedy, poetry, every type of thing. And I put it off because of Gail going live last night. I didn't want to, I wanted to give her the space, and not
Yes.
take people away from her show. Not that I don't have that kind of pull, but I just wanted to leave that free.
Right.
Looks like we have another person join us.
Yeah. I wanted to be discreet, but yes, we have Lashes Journey that I
Hey, Lashes.
Wagwan.
Hey, Wagwan. Hello.
Wagwan.
Nothing man, Wagwan.
Me dear, my sister.
Yeah. Wait. We need She Stole My Thunder to say Wagwan.
Exactly.
Guan.
Oh, God. I know, and I'm sorry. There's a lot of noise in my background.
No, you're fine.
Since you're teaching us French, we gotta teach you broken
English, yeah.
Or Jamaican patois.
Patois, yeah, exactly.
And patois, isn't patois a French word? That sounds like a French word.
I believe it's French.
Not that I think it's a mishmash of different languages, if I remember correctly. Okay. The word patois, because but then again, it could have been French at one point, but I don't remember it being distinctly French. But
it just sounds kind of French.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
I think it is French because even with when the Haitians speak French, they use the word patois to describe how they're talking in language.
Yeah. But I think the reason why I'm saying it's because technically in French you would have pas toi, not you. It would be literally two words.
Right.
Okay. So the actual word patois for the language, right, is one word spelled out patois.
That's right.
That technically is not French. Okay.
Right.
However, I have a feeling it was probably a combination of the two words patois, not you.
Okay.
That's why I'm saying maybe that's why it maybe sounds French, because it might have originated as a French word or the combination. But actually, I'm going to correct myself. I've made a mistake because I went on my favorite website, Wikipedia, to look up what Wikipedia would say, and it's saying the etymology of the term patois comes from the Old French patois, local or original dialect. So it's old French. That's why I was like, that doesn't quite sound French to me. Yeah, it's an old French word. So that's why I was like, patois. So there you go. I stand corrected. I admit when I made mistakes, and I made a mistake.
That's fine.
So there you go.
We're all here learning.
Yeah, exactly.
Now we want you to say wagwan.
Guan.
No.
Guan.
Gua.
No.
Guan. Okay, guan with your guan. Okay.
All right. Next word, media.
Media.
Yeah. Say it all together. Say it all together.
Gua media. You see how I'm a Jamaican girl. You see how I do things, huh?
There you go. So,
by the way,
what's happening? You all right?
Yeah.
So, Lashes, how you going?
I'm doing good. I'm building a fireplace and all thing. Yeah.
And guys, she has so much money. Not only is she building a fireplace, but she's bringing all of us to Jamaica, you two included, first class. We're all going, since the lead attorney canceled his restaurant, the Fogo de Chao in February. Yeah. We're all going to Lesh's place in Jamaica in February instead. On her dime. Okay.
I wish, right?
Yeah.
I'm so broke building the fireplace by myself.
You're so handy, Lashes. You're so handy, a handy woman.
I know, I'm so handy. Thank you.
Yeah. So Luscious, how's nephew doing?
Nephew. I'm
The
thinking.
little boy.
Oh, am I right, man? He is good. Good, getting big.
Yeah, because I've never seen or at least I haven't seen in the video the eldest.
Oh, the elder, yeah, he's doing good. He is 4 months. And then the
Right.
other one's 4. They're getting big. Here looking up. He's here looking up. He's like, who is
Yeah.
that? That was my
I
aunt
hear
and
all these
uncle.
voices.
I know, he said, is that my aunt and uncle?
Yeah.
Aunts and uncles.
I swear his first words are going to be, she stole my thunder. She stole my thunder. Melissa Jane. Big time Mike. That's going to be his first words. I swear it's going to be. He's going to hear us more often.
I know.
That's
But
funny.
Boaja or something like that. What? Boajo?
Bonjour.
Bonjour.
There you go. You see?
Bonjour.
You're right, Melissa. You see, she's a handy woman. She's a French speaker. She speaks patois. You look at this, how amazing. And she's a mother. She's a real estate. Oh my God, she's amazing, this one. You know?
She a Jamaican to the bone, man.
Right?
Lord,
Make it out a 50 million job, right?
You know?
My husband have to be here correcting me. He's like, it's not Bojo, it's Bojo. What?
He knows the bonjour.
Yeah, he's here correcting me.
At least you tried. At least you tried it. You did better than what I did with the patois. So hey, look.
Okay. Thank you.
You know. That's all I ask, is at least you try. At least that
I
much.
know.
The rest you will learn, and hopefully with my lessons you'll become better at speaking French than I will.
I will. Thank you.
Yes,
I was
that's
just perming. My daughter's here, so I couldn't respond to you guys. But I was listening to you on.
No worries, no worries.
So she stole my thunder. Are you ready now to do that whole phrase without any interruption?
For sure. No worries, no worries. I'll take a big gulp of tea, the British standards. Yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna mute my phone.
Okay, perfect. In fact, I'll mute you to big time Mike.
Okay, go for it.
Yeah, there we go. All right, so just gonna make myself a little comfortable here, guys. All right, so in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bonjour, comment ça va? Je vais bien, et toi? Je vais bien aussi, merci. De rien. Juste une autre journée au boulot. Aujourd'hui, c'est la journée. There you go.
Yay!
Yay! Bravo, bravo.
I could clip that little piece and go over and again.
Exactly there. And I did try to make sure to take pauses in between a little bit so that, yeah. There you go.
Thank you so much for that.
No problem, Melissa.
Awesome.
Hopefully that will help me in my, in my journey of speaking French. It's
of
been
course.
probably
That's it.
40 years ever since I've ever tried French. 40 years or so.
Listen, you Uncle Stu, OG Patrice, are out here trying to pretend like you're not older, that you're older than 25 years old. Stop the lies. Stop the lies. How can you be here 40 and then you're only 25, Melissa Jane?
My other life.
You're okay. Okay, now I got you. Yeah, that's it. No, that's it. No, I'm glad that you want to use it to practice, and that's kind of the whole point, that even if you're not up on the panel with me, that hopefully in the replay, whatever, you guys will hear it and practice it and so forth. But yeah, no, it's like I was saying before, French is one of those, like any skill, it's the more senses you involve, so you hear it, you say it, you type it out, you read it, right, the easier it becomes to learn, And that's the same with any skill. At least what I believe from what I've seen so far. So, yeah.
I agree. You got to practice it, and saying it here is good.
Yeah.
But to go over it, when you like, if I was to play it over and over, put it on repeat for 15 minutes, I know that I'll get it.
Yeah, of course, I know. Yeah, like I said, I only have big brain audience people, so I know. You guys are gonna pick it up in no time, and in a year from now, you guys are gonna be teaching me French. So,
yeah, a little bit by little bit.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm gonna drop down for a little bit, but I'm probably gonna come back. If I come back, I'm probably gonna be in an echoey type of room because I'll be in the bathroom. So in my bubble bath, if that's okay.
Well, to be honest, I'll most likely end the chat relatively soon, because I do know Melissa. Mrs. B Finesse is still on live, and I would like to go and see hers. Okay, Lashes, I saw your message. Thank you, Lashes, for being up here. But yeah,
by the way,
yeah,
I'm gonna get going myself because I'm about to get my upload going. So it should be my video should be up in about 20 minutes. So I just need to fill in the information. But anyways, my darling.
Mwah, kisses. Bisous, like we would say in French. Okay, enough. Oh my God.
All right, I feel like I'm in the middle of something here. So let me get out of here.
No threesome, babes.
Good to see you guys.
Merci beaucoup. Merci. Thank you, guys.
How do you say goodbye again?
Bonsoir.
Bonsoir. Okay.
Bonsoir, my loves. Bonsoir.
Bye.
Bonsoir.
All right. Thank you guys for coming up. Thank you to Lashes Journey. Thank you to Melissa Jane. And thank you to Big Time Drum, aka Mike, for being here. I will take this as my cue to end the live now. I do know that Mrs. B Finesse has her live still going, or at least I think it's still going. Let me check in my multitude of tabs. Yeah, her live is still going. So I will be heading there myself. So please join me on her channel. In fact, what I will do, I will put her live into the comments, so that way if anybody that's still here wants to go there, we'll be able to do so. So of course, you guys know how I end my lives. I hope that there's somebody that you haven't spoken to in a while and that you're going to take this opportunity to speak to them now, or tell them that you love them, or give them a big hug. Now is never too late to tell somebody that you care and miss them, or simply have a conversation. So, au revoir, gros bisous. So, good night, goodbye, and big kisses to everybody. And I hope that you guys have a wonderful day, a wonderful night, and enjoy your night. And I hope to see you guys at Mrs. B Finesse's live, or in the streams in general. Have a good night, everybody. Au revoir.